about Ted Kaczynski, otherwise known as the Unabomber. Not necessarily MK Ultra. He was definitely he was definitely tested on by the American government and fed LSD, which sounds like MK Ultra, but the way classified files works, we don't necessarily know what belongs to what. I think yeah. And it's a reasonably interesting story. I don't like how people, prop up serial killers as well. Mainly because serial killers are not as smart as people usually kind of... like Zodiac Killer has like loads of spelling mistakes, which is the reason people couldn't solve those mysteries, was because he just wasn't very good at making puzzles. Whereas Unabomber genuinely was a really, really smart person. Still a terrible person though, but the thing is, he wasn't murdering people in a serial killer sense. He was doing terrorism, really. He was doing one-man terrorism against, the system in ways that, are terrible, obviously. But, you can sort of see a through line of what he was trying to achieve in a way that has a through line. But, other serial killers, just don't actually make any sense at all. Because they're serial killers and they're, anyway, the point I'm making is I don't want to inadvertently say that guy wrote a manifesto and people who write manifestos are smart, but he was tortured by the American government and there's a through line to his actions. Anyway, let's look at the kitchen. One of the problems with the Netflix series is that he's played by a reasonably handsome actor. I would say a handsome actor. I don't know why I added a caveat there. And so it makes you watch the series and you project more competency because of that, because that's how actors work. In the same way Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's only watchable because it has that actor. You put a normal person in that role and you'd know immediately, oh, this is a sociopath. I don't want to follow this guy's story. That's why we put handsome people in stories and stuff, because we give attractive people the benefit of the doubt, and we think they're smarter and more capable because of stupid psychological reasons. Window. The Netflix series definitely leaned into the idea that he was a secret genius, and the things that happened to him sort of warped him in terrible ways. But also, that isn't necessarily not untrue either. He was also definitely a weird loner. But as a weird loner, I don't like that qualifier either. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
It's a stool, a chair without a backrest. Bookshelf. Yeah. There were condiments on the table. But he is the poster child of having a weird shed in the middle of the woods and planning, crimes. Inexplicable explosion crimes.
Tessa, maybe if you wanted to change the overhead lights.
I'm trying to think, because he didn't he didn't like society. I'm trying to remember. He had a bloody manifesto.
Why would I want to do that?
I'm trying to remember what he put. Because he went for stadiums and he went for the post office. I think the post office was the big one that lots of people died in. Because I think they caught a lot of his bombs. Because after the first, people pay more attention.
Meow. Oh, I get it. If you meow at a lucky cat statue, happiness will come your way.
Oh, that's nice. State told her that.
It sure helped me be happy.
My actual point I was making was that it's not unreasonable to say that what the government did to him was a large factor in him doing those bad things.
Mizuki, the gray aliens have a morning stretch routine video. Wanna watch?
Oh, I saw that earlier. I think I'll pass.
Alright, let's spy on Ota's brain.
Eggplant, eggplant, I love eggplant. I love eggplant. Mapo, Mapo, I love Mapo tofu.
He's living his best life, apparently. You've matured.
Thank you. You're a super popular internet idol at Lemniscate.
It's weird that you need to tell her that.
Oh no, I'm not really that big a deal. Not to mention there's a ton of new talent. If I take my eyes off my dream for even 1 second, they'll pass me by. It's pretty cool that you haven't let fame get to you, and you're still serious about chasing your dream, Iris. Well, things are different now. I'm not a teenager. I can't rely on my youth or make cringy comments anymore.
I suspect you're still gonna make cringy comments.
I need to work hard and prepare for the winter. Like the ant and the grasshopper. I've gotta leave my mark on the net world. I really want to chug jug with you.
I would classify that as cringe.
Don't worry, Iris. It's part of your charm.
About the incident from 6 years ago.
6 years ago? From Divida? Yeah, do you remember? That's not something I can just forget. I saw half a body appear out of nowhere. I saw it explode and... Why are you asking me about it now? Well, here's the thing.
About the video.
You know about the video, right? I hope Shoma is okay. Anyway, don't watch that video again. Consider it an order from the president of Lemniscate. If those rumors are true, it could be dangerous. Understand? Yes, ma'am.
Wait, she's... Oh yeah, because she's the president of Lemniscate. Why are you a police officer? You run a business. You run a talent agency or whatever the fuck that is.
You think she really understands?
I do not believe there is any point in asking.
Iva, can you show me the video?
I have already found it. It is posted to ViewCube under the name nirvanA Trial.
nirvanA? Can you play it?
At once.
Man robs ghost. I'll write that down. Could be important. And Date's afraid of ghosts. He doesn't like them, certainly. Hang on, is this the one we saw already?
I didn't get anything from that.
But there is a high likelihood that this is related to the HB case. Did you notice the similarities?
The code that Shoma decoded, Bats 490, and the QR video.
Yes, the video from 6 years ago linked to Jin Furue from our investigation.
It can't just be a coincidence. The rumors about the missing people must have something to do with the HB case for sure.
Yes. We do not know for certain if Shoma saw the nirvanA Trial video. But it is all the more reason to find him as soon as possible.
Hey, Mizuki, are you okay?
Oh, they don't know about Iba.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You were pretty spaced out there for a while.
I'm fine. I'm gonna head out and look for Shoma. Let me know if you find anything. Yeah!
Got it.
Okay, I just want to double check that those are new things. We've got Iris, 24, Internet Idol, singing, dancing, occult, Mizuki friends. Scary, dislikes scary people, singing, dancing, game commentary. Runs really fast. She graduated from Sekiba High, but she's still talent affiliated with Lemnis Gate. Still an Internet Idol, worried about the younger up-and-coming idols and consults Mama and Marble about it. And Ota, who's 30, seriously. Cooker, the diner, light novel author, self-proclaimed. He likes ASET and chocolate. Dislikes enemies of ASET, people who lecture. He still runs the diner by himself. He loves Tessay. No girlfriend, still a virgin. I feel like you didn't need to write that in the overview. Still an amazing cook. Nothing has changed. Appendix. It's a meme song on the internet. Okay. Traffic. Yeah, I understand what traffic is. Yeah, I know what the collective unconscious is. Only, so I used to be a lot more deep state. Yeah, sure, deep throat. Which is Watergate. Psych. Not how you spell psych, is it? Yeah, it's ooh, boat. I think they're trying to make him a stereotype, but I mean, it just wasn't. I don't understand why it was needed. I've not been looking at this trivia because they just added so much so fast. The Ujisaki family is a diabolical criminal group. Basically, they earn their income through illegal activities in the underworld. But they also seem to be receiving requests from work secret societies. Seems a connection with Freemasons. You know, Freemasons, fraternal society, created in the 16th, 17th century. They have members all over the world. They call each other brother, and they operate from Grand Lodge. The headquarters, symbol of the fraternity, is built a square. The compass and tools of masonry. And one more thing, the Eye of Providence is famous. It's a triangle with the shape of the eye in it. That's designed and considered one of the symbols of Freemasonry. By the way, there's a story about the Boy Scouts of America that was also created by the Freemasons. Boy Scouts of America are ostensibly an organization that seeks to improve characters of its members to make people even better, but actually... Yeah. Oh, hang on, it does have... Tama Iwan. Yeah, boy, precisely. It's... get on. To the hospital? It's nice seeing the new designs, at least. Not everyone gets one.
Sorry to bother you at work. You're Jin Furue's...
Yes. I was his nurse when Ginny was here.
Yeah, everyone does have a name like that, don't they?
I call him Ginny because he was still in his late teens when he was here.
How old are you?
Of course. He grew up. He was a very important man, but to me, he's still that little kid.
What's your name?
My name is Hana Yonasu.
Has this happened before?
I don't know. I'm bad at remembering things. They call me an airhead, even though I'm a lifesaver.
You have any skills? You should call it. She's a nurse.
I can get them in the tightest spots.
The needle?
No, I'm talking about cars.
You're talking about parking?
What about Jin?
I remember Ginny well. I heard he was born kind of frail, and he'd been in and out of the hospital since he was young.
You heard?
Yes. As I said earlier, I was only his nurse when he was in his late teens.
Anime nurses do different work than real-life nurses.
What kind of illness did he have?
Which is like all the work in real life.
It was a visceral disease. Though by the time he passed, he was completely cured.
I cannot search anything on Jin's illness.
As far as I know, in anime, nurses just sort of stand in rooms and wistfully watch over being nurses, rather than being like one of the goddamn busiest jobs on the planet.
Those records have been completely wiped.
That's...
I've had enough with marriages. It's really a hassle to build up a relationship. I'm too busy, and I'm almost 40.
Oh good, she's my age.
She looks nothing close to 40.
She does look young for her age.
Literally everyone in this game looks young for their age. Apart from the teenagers, I guess.
I never thought he'd get so big. When I first saw him in the magazines, me and some older nurses that knew him were really surprised. When he was a kid, he was shy and really timid. He couldn't even use the restroom alone at night. He was so soft-spoken. I never thought he'd become so successful and become the president at a big company.
And he's so symmetrical.
But he was killed.
He was cutting off. I mean, just when you see someone that symmetrical, it's really difficult not to cut them in half. It's just like an urge.
UFO!
Right, sure.
This person should be two people. I feel like it'd be difficult, but we should do it. We should work together. The dividing curtain. We found it. We found the culprit. That's how people are being cut in half. Vitals monitor. I love that this game, every time you visit the hospital, it's always this one room as well. Toilet past the door. Although it leads to the toilet. The entrance. And when he does it, he always goes, "It's curtains for you!" And then they get divided. I should have written this game. It's the sink. Okay, we'll talk about Jin some more.
That's about it, though. I haven't seen him since he left the hospital.
I'm 80% sure she is exactly the same face as the receptionist, and they've just changed the hair.
Anything you noticed about him, seeing him from afar?
Well, let's see. He'd really changed.
Did he almost look like a different person?
Are you suspecting a change in identity?
Yeah, we can cross off twin or clone, but maybe he was replaced by someone else.
No, I'm sure it was him. I only saw him in pictures and read about him, but he was a neat freak. Very meticulous. I could sense it in his words. I'm positive it was him.
Again, this is a person who only knew him from the hospital. And, like if you're a physiotherapist, obviously you get to know the person in the hospital. And I'm sure there's people that, you know, you have long stays and stuff. But, like, I don't know. It's not projecting. I'm not. It's not projecting the vision of nurses that I have. I can't remember why I want to go to the school, but that's fine. Oh, no, somebody was... No, we should have gone there last. Fuck. Because somebody was murdered there. That's why. It was a crime scene.
Ryuki, what are you doing here?
Trying to solve a case.
Oh, Mizuki. Isn't it obvious? I'm here for the reinvestigation.
Reinvestigation?
Window. Monitor. Blackboard. How was he hanging? The second victim of the HPKV case was found in the classroom. Kara's right half was on the blackboard. I thought it'd be a good place to get some hints. There was no other leads. Chair. Sometimes you get a bad one that wobbles. Those are the best, because then you've got like an activity. Table. It's the door. Oh, hang on. Lockers. Oh, just in the classroom. Blackboard. How come they've got like a blackboard? It's the future. We don't even use blackboards now. We only use whiteboards. Actually, I am going to look in his brain immediately. That's kind of like my brain.
Ryuki.
I cannot determine anything from him when he is in this state.
Oh, Ota's brain is just him singing about food. Living his best life. Are you okay?
Yeah, you look tired.
Yeah, smartboards have existed for at least a decade as well.
I don't have time to rest. I need to find the culprit. Besides, I had Tama tie me up tortoiseshell bondage style earlier, so I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you should definitely just head home.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might! Half for all! We are full-time heroes!
I can do anything. I'm like a superhero. I won't lose to the bad guys, and if anyone gets in my way...
Let it be. He is not capable of participating in normal conversation.
He's especially bad today.
What? Why did we give him the ability to look into people's brains? About the case 6 years ago.
6 years ago?
Because as far as I know, he's always been like this. The bondage... Because Tama is like a dominatrix, and so occasionally they'll say about like, oh, we should try and tie him up, and she always uses the silly bondage tie rather than the real one, and they're just referencing back that.
Yeah, you were drunk last night and wouldn't tell me anything.
No. I don't want to talk about it.
But it might help with the investigation.
But like, yeah, the implication is he's never been well. And I'm assuming you have to pass a psych evaluation to join... No, that's incredibly naive. I was about to say any sort of law, but that's obviously not true. But like, any special unit, surely you'd have to do a psych evaluation before joining.
Stop trying to make me remember! It was a terrible, terrible thing! You want me to talk to you about it?
That is enough. There is no use trying to get him to talk.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously going to be the most... Like, even being that sort of... It's going to be a stressful job anyway, right? But, like, he's not just a police person doing, like, murder cases. He's doing brain murder cases where you dive into the subconscious. Like, that's... everyone must understand that's going to be more stressful. We investigating
The
what?
investigation has only just begun.
Yeah, precisely.
I need to keep my eyes wide open.
That reminds me, I saw news today that because they're making a new Frasier series, and Nicholas Lyndhurst is going to be in it, and he's like the younger brother from Only Fools and Horses, and it's like, that's a really weird choice. And like for UK people, that's like, oh, that's a sort of big deal for boomers. Like anyone above 50 fucking loves that guy probably. Like I've seen Only Fools and Horses, but when I told my dad about the internet, he was like, what, you can get TV programs? Like, yeah, I mean, I could probably get stuff. And he's like, could I have all of Only Fools and Horses, please? Like, that's all they care about. Like, but he's done nothing since then. But it was on Twitter. This is how big of a deal it was. And I was like, oh, he's in Frasier, a program that probably no one's going to watch because it's like, who gives a shit about a revival of Frasier? But like, maybe, who knows? I don't know what people watch. Also, people are talking about Velma, which is apparently not very good.
I need to see the pieces. Lost beyond time. This is my case.
But, Ryuki, you're...
Specifically, I don't think people like Velma because it doesn't appeal to anyone. Like, the way they've recast everyone on the right's gonna just refuse to watch it anyway, but all the jokes, nobody on the left is gonna enjoy it because of the jokes, and it's just like a really weird, like, people like Scooby-Doo, like, making it adult mystery is a very obvious thing to do to Scooby-Doo. Like, I can see why anyone would put money on that. But like, and apparently it's sort of going for a sort of Venture Bros thing. I've not actually seen Venture Bros. I did really, really, really like the new Harley Quinn series though, which apparently is that tonally similar. But yeah, apparently it's just not very good. Anyway. I went on Twitter today, and that's all I saw.
Hold on, Mizuki. Ryuki is not well. He is traumatized.
But yeah, I definitely recommend. Oh yeah, somebody was talking about that today. Yeah, it's really misaimed as a program, and it doesn't seem to have an identity of its own because of that. I guess. What was I going to say? Harley Quinn. Is it called Harley Quinn? I think the series is called that. It has the girl from Big Bang Theory in, and she's really funny. I had no idea she could be funny, but she plays Harley Quinn. I can't remember her name now, but yeah, she's great in that.
But in these circumstances, it is better to not push back against things he says. You may inadvertently make his condition worse by denying his delusions.
Really?
Yes. It is common practice for patients in Ryuki's condition.
Okay, Ryuki. Just don't do too much, okay?
We should probably have him not be in the middle of a school, though.
Oh, I know.
Because like people on the trailers, people are like, oh, she's not doing the accent, and then in the series, you realise, oh, she does the accent. She does it when she goes home to her parents, and she leans into it. I'm thinking of a different person from the next door neighbour from Big Bang Theory. I mean, I've forgotten her name. The blonde. I don't know. Do I know Amy Farrah Fowler? I think I know that name from somewhere. Yeah. Somebody who I wouldn't expect to actually be funny.
The shrine.
But she's really good in Harlequin.
Ikume Shrine. I'll go there. It'll help me calm down.
I think I know who Amy Fowler is.
There he goes.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, not her, I'm afraid. The blonde, the main one. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name.
There is nothing we can do for him. It is best to let him be. Ryuki was traumatized by the events 6 years ago and has been hurting ever since. He tried to return to work, but his symptoms worsened.
Yeah, he's supposed to be on leave of absence to get better, but...
His symptoms have not improved.
The other thing is, the original Harley Quinn was written for a specific voice actor, because she's not from the comics, she's only from the cartoon. Obviously she's got comics now, but like originally it's that so the I'm walking here, I can't do the accent, that particular accent is literally just the person's accent.
Anyway, there are no leads here.
Let's get going.
Oh, I see. I'm trying to think of the accent. It's the same accent as the Ghostbusters receptionist. It's not the it shouldn't be the New York. Actually, no, Ghostbusters is also in New York. It would be I can't do it though. I mean, the only thing I can say is walk in here like that, and that's the only bit I can do.
Right.
Huh? Isn't that...
And that's specifically a quote from Taxi Driver? No, it's not Taxi Driver. It's something. It's an old film.
Kizuna and Leon.
I know, because Minnie Coop is from. I think she's from Manhattan, and she doesn't like the stereotype very much.
They might know where Shoma is.
Oh, Kazuna's
Let's
still
go.
about.
Hi, you two.
Big sis.
Oh, hey, Mizuki.
Did you dig up your thing? It was supposed to be 6 years. About the fountain.
Oh, I was just remembering about Big Sis. Not referring to you, of course, but...
Oh, the one you lived with from 9 to 15, right?
What? And we've only just brought her up now?
Yes. I used to come here with her often.
Okay, have we just introduced some side character?
I think it was summer, when I was 10 years old. I accidentally got my clothes dirty. It was my father's favorite imported outfit. I was scared that I was going to get scolded harshly by my father. I tried so hard to come up with a lie.
Yeah,
Who could I blame?
so I won't blame her for not being great in Big Bang Theory, because that's a TV program that has a premise and it's got an audience it's squarely aiming at, and she has a role to play in that, and I get that. Like, they're all paid really well. Do your part, like so. But like, you know, you would think of Friends, you think of programs like that, and you think of, they go to other shows, and you don't really. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, she's really good in genuinely really funny in Harley Quinn.
And as I was thinking, she pushed me into the fountain.
She what?
But it very much feels like a sort of you're free, because yeah, Harley Quinn has a lot of range for what you can actually do.
I was shocked, but then she jumped in after me. Let's do some laundry, she said.
Oh, like washing your clothes by playing in the water.
Yes, but she had another reason. As we splashed water on each other, I remember her saying, when you're feeling down, you should clean your heart.
That's when I stopped talking to her.
It was not only my clothes that needed cleaning, but also my heart. I was trying to find an excuse, or come up with a lie that would have been caught right away.
She's describing heretofore unmentioned older sister.
But she, well, instead of coming up with a lie, she turned it into the truth.
She even went beyond that and made it into something fun. It is not good to worry about things, to come up with lies.
Why is there only like half the characters got? I mean, obviously, she's in a wheelchair because of what happened 6 years ago. I get that, but like, how come half the characters just don't get updated and half of them do?
That was what she was trying to say, I am sure. We went home together, soaking wet and laughing. Father laughed with us. I was just lost in that memory.
She's the daughter of a billionaire, I believe. Gets the best. You're going to hell! Although this is a universe that has gyroscopic robots in. So you'd think she'd have, like, robot legs at this point. Like, she has all the technology. Fountain! Wooden bench. Pond. I believe sad scenes. Certain scenes don't have extra dialogue because they're not supposed to be comedic. Ooh. Welcome back, Eisen. Concrete bench. I've never had stitches.
That machine shed isn't used anymore. It used to regulate the fountain pump.
Although I do have to find a dentist. Guidepost. Streetlights. About the wheelchair.
Huh? What is it, Big Sis?
Well,
Oh, the wheelchair? You do not have to worry. I am used to it by now. As you know.
As you know, is one of those phrases you shouldn't write. Because nobody would say that in real life.
The injury I received to my spine 6 years ago caused my legs to stop working.
I'm trying to think of a thematic reason. Okay. So I the reason she's in a wheelchair isn't just because of the dramatic change. That's a bonus. Obviously, we're doing character writing. That's, you know, storytelling. The reason she's in a wheelchair is because they want to talk about how nerves work. Here is a prediction. Down the line, we're going to be told a metaphor. They're going to say, well, the reason her legs don't work is because signals to the brain are not reaching, you know, her legs or feet or anything like that. That's what the spine is for. And the game is going to say, oh, this is how some Somnium thing works. Also, I have not read Heisen's comment yet. Oh, bloody hell. I know Luke, my brother, had a private dentist. I'm in a weird position because right now in the UK, it's actually really difficult to get an NHS dentist. But I don't want to pay 500 quid to have my bad tooth looked at. And I feel like this must be what it's like to be American, because, like, in the UK, it's supposed to be you have something wrong with you. Generally, if it's bad enough, it's dealt with. Like, if I accidentally get my hand cut off, I can go to the hospital. I don't have to worry about money. That'll be dealt with. I mean, it'll fucking suck, but it would be dealt with. But, like, now I'm like, how do I get in a queue? How do I get in an NHS? Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know how you get in an NHS queue, and I'm like, but I can get an emergency dentist. if I want. Or student dentist if I fancy the frill. But yeah, shouldn't be the case. But unfortunately, NHS is not in great shape right now. Because of 10 years of Tories. It doesn't help that I'm quite stubborn. But again, that's quite common in Britain as well. Probably common all over the world. Where people will just sort of live with things rather than just taking the time out to... Well, people don't like hospitals, do they? But it's unique that money is an issue. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm terrible about that sort of thing. I don't like to complain. I like to whine about things, but I'd like to whine about things that aren't important. If it's important to me, I like to keep it to myself.
I have been in a wheelchair ever since.
I guarantee the reason... I was thinking, because the other thing is, if you get an emergency dentist, they can remove the tooth, but it doesn't necessarily need to be removed. Nowadays, teeth technology is good enough that you can just save it, but you need a dentist for that, not an emergency dentist. Well, technically, it's free. It should be free in the UK. Any sort of teeth work should be free, but it's just a nightmare getting on those queues. Anyway, yeah, I had too many sweets over the holidays. I do my own fillings because I'm a foolish person. They sell tooth filling, by the way. I'm not like going into my kitchen and going, ha! The things you could do with butter and bits of kelp. You know, they sell it. They sell it in the pharmacy. Don't fucking pay $90 for this. I got this for like easily half that. Shop around. But this is new. The first game, there are 2 games as well. There's AI Somnium Files, nirvanA Initiative. That's the second one. First one is just called AI the Somnium Files. Yeah, I didn't go rogue, but yeah, you can get cement, tooth cement, and it will. You've got to keep your mouth open for 5 minutes while it dries, and if you don't do that, then you'll be tasting cement for the next 5 hours, and it tastes foul. But the problem is, if it's raw and there's a little gap, it can still cause pain. But once it's been covered, then it's fine. But right now it's in a position where there was about 10 days where I was constantly on painkillers, and I feel like my liver is not appreciating that situation. But
I will not be able to dance anymore, like I used to.
It's been a lot better in the last couple of days. I'm still taking painkillers, but only like once a day now.
Dancing was the one thing that freed my heart. No more.
Oh, she did do dancing, yeah.
But it would be inappropriate of me to complain.
It wouldn't be inappropriate, Kazuna. You can be unhappy about your situation.
I was caught in an explosion, and yet I survived.
Yeah, you were lucky, but that doesn't mean you wasn't unlucky. They're both true.
It is a miracle that I am still alive. To not appreciate that fact would be a sin.
Yeah, there was a couple of days where it was just like, oh, you just got to measure those times. I was also, over the holidays, somebody got me some edibles. Not for the pain, just as a Christmas treat. Obviously, I had to sort of, you measure out times as well, because you can have too much of that. But there's nothing like being on painkillers to force you to, sort time into, 6-hour slots.
Kizzy.
She's still with her stalker, I see. I wish I was.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Damn.
But yeah, I can't even go to a private dentist. It would take a few months to get on their queues as well. What are you doing here?
Oh, nothing in particular. I am just not feeling well today. And Leon was nice enough to invite me outside to get some fresh air.
I thought Kizzy was feeling a little down.
I'm not sure how I feel about, because he was her comedy stalker, and I understand, like, he's not actually done anything wrong. He wasn't actually stalking her in a literal sense. It's still a bit weird, but like this sort of framing of the sort of somewhat tragic figure, and then comedy thief is, yeah, it's. I'm when I say comedy, I'm putting inverted commas there, but specifically, he happened upon her. When they first met, they happened to be in the same place, and then he just kept going to places she was. And
so I
but
called
yeah,
her,
yeah,
sure enough.
it's yeah.
I told her, let's go to your favorite place.
You really understand her well, don't you? Are you spying on her with a wiretap or something?
No, don't be ridiculous. It's true that maybe I've stolen some things in the past, but...
He proposed to her, like, literally the first time he met her, and then she was like, no, wait 6 years.
I've never stolen someone's privacy.
So yeah, I'm not super keen on this. About 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Big sis. Yep. I lost my left eye in the explosion. But I don't even worry about it anymore. I got a good partner.
Indeed.
Oh, is that a false eye? Yeah, something like that. If anything, things have been even more lively for me.
You're damn right.
Oh, quiet.
Aww.
Lively, I see.
Yeah, it's very, as I was saying before, sometimes it gets very anime, and Leon is very anime. It's what gets me isn't when it's super anime, it's when its tone tries to do all the tones at once. Do you still love Kizzy?
Of course! My feelings haven't changed a bit. If anything, they've gotten stronger. When I'm with Kizzy, my heart soars.
So this is how he's always spoke.
It soars so high, I feel like I can burst through the stratosphere and beyond the galaxy.
Yes.
It's
I
my
need to...
dream to fly. I remember telling you.
Yeah, yeah, I remember the scene with the square-head man and his child.
So it's like my dream comes true whenever I see Kizzy.
Wow. To be honest, you don't seem like the kind of guy who's into commitment.
I am. And as more proof, I'm working as a locksmith. Kizzy said she doesn't like an unemployed man after all. I want to make enough money to be able to support her.
She's the daughter of a billionaire. Financially, she's fine, Leon. What are you doing here?
You can't tell?
I'm asking because I can't tell.
A young girl and a guy, walking in a park together.
Multi-level marketing scheme?
I'll keep that in mind.
It's a date!
Oh, this was a date?
A date? Okay, so they're not actually a couple then. Yeah, because what they did after like the third meeting, because like there's only 6 locations, right? She was like, look, I don't even know if I'm even friends with you, let alone like married or dating. So what we'll do is we'll bury some random object in the ground for 6 years. And if you still want to be friends in 6 years' time, then maybe I'll think about it then. So this is that.
Well, I guess it's not that formal. We just came here for a change of pace, for Kizzy. This is our favorite spot, you know? We've been on a ton of dates here. It's practically our second home. Just a nice, relaxing spot for both of us.
Oh god, he's got Ota energy. I just realised that's what it is.
Yeah, sure.
But Ota's less important in this game, so he's he's replaced Ota in that position. Do you know where Shemo is?
No, I haven't seen him. What happened?
It's nothing. You don't need to worry about it.
About 6 years ago.
Sorry. I don't want to talk about it.
I need to head home soon.
So I've been watching somebody else play this game. It was quite funny, like literally 10 minutes of him being like, because he's been playing for all these games because his fan base watches him. He's a lot more popular than I am. I say, you know, having 3 viewers right now, and he has about 2,000. And I can see why he doesn't show his face on screen, but just like how insane some of this game gets. But it's just interesting to see the reactions of the crowd, especially Date. Oh, fair, I'll keep that in mind. That would make it at least 12 people, I would say. What was the point of making? Oh yeah, that people like. Here's the phrase: Date is the best when he's not being the absolute worst.
Huh? Already? We just got here.
I remembered that I have to do something. Kizzy, what's wrong? Why do you ask? It seems like you're worked up about something. I believe you are mistaken. Oh.
Wait. Is it my fault?
Yes?
What?
Do you not like being with me? Do you not like being seen with me?
Liam, you don't need to be this needy out loud.
Well, is that not how you feel about me?
What do you mean?
I am sure you know what I mean.
No, I don't! What are you saying?
Mizuki, you were right. Kizuna is acting strange.
Yeah, it's totally Kizuna's acting strange in this situation.
Why not wink sync with her?
Why not invade her privacy?
I know. Lian, you are only with me because you feel guilty.
No, that's not how. No.
Your supposed feelings for me are just a farce.
No, no.
In truth, feel nothing but guilt inside. Guilt for what happened 6 years ago. Needless to say, you did nothing wrong, Liam. But that is not how you see it. You believe it is your fault for how I ended up. That is why you stay by my side. I am just a burden. Please, just leave me. I do not want to be the reason you ruined your life.
No, we can scan their brains.
Kizzy.
So, I mean, obviously, somebody could think this way. It's just really bad that it's about Liam. Whose one character trait is that he obviously is, like, cartoonishly in love with her and has been since the moment he saw her.
She is assuming Lian's feelings come from a place of pity.
But, like, yeah, I hate it. I don't like it.
What is it?
Can I wink sync into Lian too?
Consecutively?
Like, all of this... yeah, Iba's her eyeball. So in the first game, Iba is in somebody else's head. But yeah, the conceit of the game is we have a robot eye.
The battery usage is quite high. I could use a recharge. I have low power.
But yeah, I dislike any part of this game is about proving how cool a guy this guy is. Again... So there's a bit of the first game where, like, Ota does something totally brave. And you're like, Ota's... He's redeemed. He's totally brave now. You see how cool Ota actually is? And it's like, yep.
Come on, you can spare it.
You sure wrote him doing that brave thing?
Don't treat me like your allowance.
Can you please? I want to know Leanne's true feelings.
No, that's like this was already an invasion of her privacy. I know I don't like him very much, but like, this has nothing to do with the case at this point.
I suppose. I will make an exception and use the emergency backup battery.
I'm sorry. Kizzy. I couldn't save you. I couldn't protect you. And because of that, you're... But that doesn't change how I feel about you.
Oh, it's convenient that he was thinking this exact thing when we scanned his brain.
I love you. From the bottom of my heart. I don't care about appearances. I don't care what happens.
This is hacky as fuck as well.
You and I. Forever. Forever. Eternally.
They really do care about each other. We need to tell them about how the other really feels.
No, you're not supposed to use your powers for that, Mizuki.
How? Hey, I just read both your minds, and guess what?
Oh yeah, it's a secret. You're not supposed to...
Is that what you want to say?
It's secret, super secret government technology as well.
Not to mention, it is tactless to wedge yourself into other people's romances.
I mean, maybe, but people do it all the time. That's what friends are for, right? Occasionally telling you about red flags.
This needs to be solved between them.
Iva, how old are you now?
I am turning 12 this year.
So that's like 65 in human years.
Dog years don't work like that, and robot years also don't work like that, for sure.
I'm not a dog.
Anyway.
You see, I
need to
knew
be
where it was going.
Leon, thank you for today.
Yes, you have read the plot correctly, yes.
But please, you do not need to care about me anymore.
But... Kizzy...
There she goes.
Unfortunate, but we are not relationship therapists. We have another job to do.
Find Shoma.
Prepared. Yeah, we are supposed to be friends with her.
Where could he be?
Don't use your eye on a moped. That's incredibly dangerous. You've only got one eye on the road.
Maybe the video really did make him go missing.
This is terrifying. No!
You have a call.
Don't take a call. What are you doing? This is insane. No, I'm not picking it up. The game stops here. I'm not picking up a phone call on a fucking moped with one eye. Oh, fine.
I will connect you.
Hey, Mizuki. I remembered something about Shoma. There's this place I hear he's been going to a lot. Horadori Institute of Genetics.
Huh? What's he going there for?
I haven't asked.
Horadori Institute.
I don't know why, but I guess he might be there.
Oh yeah, I guess she talks with her eye somehow. She can think, answer phones.
Thanks, Gen. I'll head over there.
Oh no, she's using her mouth.
Be careful.
Yeah. I mean, it's why creepy people divide you up when you're night clubbing, because friends are protective circle. Show my police badge. I mean, if you can't find a copy of this, Eisen, you could check out my YouTube channel. you can check out my YouTube channel where I've recorded all the footage of me playing it, and it's a visual novel, so, you know, I mean, there's a game in there as well, but, you know, youtube.com/c/JohnStruct, and you look up Somnium files, it's all there. It's all there.
Never seen that kid here.
But I didn't miss it. For a split second, the security guard's expression changed when I showed the picture. Gotta use the thermo just in case.
There it is. His temperature is rising. He is lying.
Not super keen on that conceit either, but you know, Iber, you need to. You can only detect lying like that if you've got a read of their natural disposition, and also maybe he just doesn't like talking to strangers. You know.
But where's Shoma?
Mizuki, I must protest against you doing anything rash. Boss will never let you hear the end of this.
This is definitely a visual novel. This is a visual novel with puzzles in. I mean, I would call Metal Gear Solid a visual novel, but it is at least 40% a stealth action game. This is visual novel that's 10% weird puzzle game. My brother Adam, the oldest of the Steppenses, thought Persona was a visual novel, which not necessarily lie, but it is also definitely a JRPG. Oh, look, did that work on the stream? I think it did actually, yeah. Huh. Or is that because you're VIPs?
What are you talking about?
You punched the security guard unconscious to get him out of the way.
I didn't punch him. It was more of a kick.
Yes, there's a Dara O'Brien bit about that. It's like a decade old thing. It's like the first mainstream comedian I've ever heard talk about computer games, and he does a joke. He does jokes about trying to press buttons and being caught on a kneel and crawling. But his main joke, this actually dates. He's talking about Gears of War, the first one, and he says he does a thing about you know, he's never read a book and gotten to page 17 and gone, did you understand the story so far? Here's a test. If you do not pass the test, go back and read those 17 pages again. Like, movies don't test you, books don't test you, but computer games are no, you're not good enough to hear the rest of the story. Go back and try again. And he's not wrong. Especially in a horror game, there's nothing less scary than a that's a. I'm using a phrase there. If you get killed by a stabby dude in a computer game, and you have to watch a scene again, it's less scary. If you have to watch it again and again and again, it's then boring and tedious. It's so important in a horror game for that line to exist. And if a game tries too hard to be difficult, or it's just annoying for some reason, it's not. A game specifically, I think Heisen might have seen me play a specific game, which I never finished. Although part of the reason I haven't finished it is because I'm not on Game Pass anymore. Was The Evil Within. I got to a section of Evil Within that the only way to get past that section is just to learn each minute part of the boss fight and just get that perfectly right every time. And after literally hours, I was just I don't give a fuck anymore. But it wasn't scary at that point. And that game isn't terribly scary. It's more silly, fun action, which is a shame because I like Resident Evil. But actually, I say that as somebody who's not really played Resident Evil. I like Resident Evils that I've played.
Same difference.
And I like things that are silly as fuck as well. I don't mind that it's not scary, but it isn't scary. Yeah. Something like Pathologic does a much better job of being scary. Apart from I did do so bad at Pathologic, I broke it. Pathologic is a game about being in a Russian village for 10 days trying to cure the plague. It came out like a decade before the pandemic, but like a massive plot of that game is that the chiefs of the town, they're more concerned with the local politics than they are the actual pandemic that's going on. And so like a lot of it's just like the town not really responding. It's really good plot-wise. But like every time you die in the Pathologic 2, your health bar gets a little bit shorter. Just the game gets a little bit harder. And the first time you die, the theatre guy, because when you die, you wake up in the theatre and Mark Immortel is just like, you know what? This one's for free. And you leave. And the second one's like, nah, you got the free one. You're like, why are you here? Don't worry about why I'm here. You died. Don't do that. A little bit less for the rest of the game. And every time you die, you meet him again, and he's more mysterious. One time you meet a giant rat, and you're like, I'm not really sure what's up with the giant rat, but okay, fair enough. But the problem is, if you keep dying, you will get to about a quarter of your health bar, and you will stop losing health. And the reason that happened is because I didn't understand that you had to murder people in that game. In Pathologic, you have to break into people's houses and you have to steal their food. You're going to starve in that game. The way that game works is you're going to suffer, you're going to have a bad time. That's the entire point of Pathologic. It is scary, it is daunting, and you're trying to heal people, like, and you're going to have to kill people, but like, don't like kill real people, kill bandits. But killing bandits is quite difficult because the fighting is really unwieldy on purpose. But yeah, it's there's a really good, it will spoil the entire game, there's a really good 3-hour video by H Bomber Guy on the first Pathologic. They remade it and they remixed all of like the people who live in the town. But the problem is I didn't cure anyone, and so I didn't ever need to kill anyone. I was just reasonably good at scavenging, so I didn't understand combat. So when the one combat section happened, I didn't realize you had to you get sent to a cave to get the cure. If you're doing so bad that you've not got the cure, they send you to a cave and you have to murder some weird Russian dancer women, because it's all weird metaphor people. Like, this village has giant worm people and earth women dancers. It's Russian, like, it's very Russian. Like, let's put it this way, it's a game that has nudity in it where it doesn't, where you don't go, oh, fucking anime, what are you doing? It feels like everything exists for purpose. It feels like everything's metaphorical, that like they're talking about an actual thing rather than just smut, which I can sort of respect. But like, it's all kind of earthy, and this entire town is in the shape of a bull, and all the districts are body part names, and it's like, it's talking about things. It's less plot than, it's all murky in theme. The way you play the game is you might not be the same. One doctor you can play is an out of town doctor who thinks everyone in the town is an idiot. And he's trying to cure everyone, but all the stupid townspeople are getting in the way. And the other person, he's a local healer, and he uses the local herbs, and it's just, and he understands a bit of the local language, and like, but like, the first person gets to deal with all the town elders because you're an important outsider, whereas the second doctor gets to talk with all the locals and gets to skip the big politics stuff. And then the third person. It's all... I couldn't possibly describe Pathologic. The point I'm making is that it's scary. All you do in that game is walk from A to B, because you're given quests, you're trying to pick up stuff, you never have enough time to do anything. If a bandit tries to fight you, a single bandit can very easily kill you, but if you manage to kill that bandit, they might have a couple of some coins. They could have an apple. And an apple's like a couple of hours of survival. Like, it does this thing, like, the first day, you will not have enough money the first day, right? You're going to be poor, you're going to be hungry the very first day. Like a survival game. And then the second game they go, oh, there's a pandemic. Everything's gone up in price tenfold. And it's like, you were already in a terrible position in the first day, and it just keeps getting harder and harder. And after a while, you just learn how to ride that wave. But like, the first few days, just to keep piling stuff on you. It's really interesting, and it's like a sort of game you can't recommend to anyone, because it's not like fun survival sim. It is you're supposed to be having a stressful time because it's doing something.
Well, sorry, I'm not very good at covert ops, okay?
I did try and get Luke to play it, my brother, but he is I've forgotten the word for it. Bloody hell, he can't. He's bad with the letters. I've forgotten the word now. And Pathologic has a lot of writing in it. It's Russian literature, and absolutely everyone talks in metaphor and code, and it's on purpose again, to the point where a lot of the fans of the original game, yeah, dyslexia, yes. So you also reminded me of a Futurama joke, because Captain Brannigan says he has a sexy learning disease, and it's like, Kith, tell him the disease I've got. Sexlexia. It's just like that. Anyway, my point is, yeah, it's balls of text, and so it's translated much better for the remake. The first game got popular enough to get a better translation, and a lot of people like the poor translation because it's that much more impenetrable, and it just sort of, because the point is you're going into a town that's completely alien, and these people don't even talk in a way that makes sense. They all talk poetically, and in other games that's bad writing, but it just works really well for Pathologic if you understand what it's going for, and it's going for, like, yeah. Anyway, we're doing science right now. Holy shit, I've been streaming for 5 hours. Oh, well, let's go for...
I got this weird feeling. My gut is telling me that Shoma is caught up in some bizarre science experiment.
Your gut is not a reliable source of information.
I was going to stop at 4 hours. That was a while back.
This facility goes deeper. Shall we go?
Of course.
Oh, it's very late. It's like 4 a.m. This is what...
I can't go back now.
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?
Crap, they saw me.
These are from Zero Time Dilemma as well.
You need to be more careful.
Oh, I should probably try to go to sleep. I don't like it being like 5 hours. 5 hours is a really not... I want it to be 6 hours.
Intruder! We're calling the police!
Yeah, the police are right here.
In your dreams, girl. Let's get her.
I love the scientist is like, we could deal with this person. I'm an evil scientist and I'm ready to punch people.
Yeah!
Mizuki.
Well, my issue is that it's 3:30 in the morning, and that's probably going to break my sleep.
Well, if I gotta do it.
But obviously, I'm not
going
going to be. I'm not tired.
Mizuki, do not use your full power.
Oh yeah, Mizuki's inexplicably strong.
We are in the wrong here, you know.
Yeah, got it.
Don't you have a badge? Oh, that guy's got a stool. Oh, fuck. Maybe I am tired.
Shoot her with the tranquilizer!
Mizuki! Mizuki!
No, yeah, sure. Oh, I'll go for like 20 more minutes. I really hate it not being a round number, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Shoot her with the train.
Oh, right, yeah. He does have QTEs in, though. That guy's my favourite, though. Stormman. What? I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Shoot her with the tranquilizer.
I'm trying to shoot her with the tranquilizer gun. Okay. It tells me to press X. Here's the X button. Look, here's X. There is X there. I will press X. Alright, fine. I was just not pressing X. I like that you can see her reflection.
That settles that.
I just beat up some scientists that did nothing wrong. I mean, they did attack me.
Damn.
You know what? That's enough.
But superior numbers aren't gonna do them any good. Okay, maybe they will.
It's an upside down face.
You!
Need a hand?
Are you a clone?
That's the last of them.
That was dangerous.
Thank you. Wait, what are you doing here? And why did you help me?
How did... Hang on, did we miss a scene?
Should I not have?
You know that's not what I mean. Why are you here?
I mean, I know she bonked somebody, but there was like 20 people in the room.
I don't follow.
You shot at me yesterday.
No, she didn't. She shot the body.
That was yesterday. Today is today.
What?
Anyway, do you hear that?
Hear what? What?
Oh.
What is going on here?
Sleepover? We're having a sleepover. I lost. Last one to fall asleep loses. There's two of us left. Three of us now. I don't think they believed us.
We should be far enough away now.
Indeed. I do not sense any pursuers nearby.
Now, you two, let's talk.
Sorry, I can't. My Tamagotchi needs Offman. Okay, we've dealt with the Tamagotchi. We can go back to the game. Why were you at the Horodori Institute?
I was investigating.
Investigating? Are you some kind of detective or something?
Yes. Something like that. You know about the gene therapy research they're doing there, don't you?
Yeah. I don't totally understand it, but it's something about rewriting DNA, right?
I heard that they're doing illegal things there. I wanted to know about the dark side of the research myself, so that is why I'm investigating them. I want to know who did this to me.
Did what to you?
Ooh. They put an upside down face on my face.
Fine. If you don't want to give me the details, at least tell me this. They're doing shady things in there, And you want to find out what, right?
Thank you.
That's right.
Will they report me?
Concerned about what happened at the Institute earlier? Don't worry about it. They won't report it.
Why not?
For 2 reasons. First, the weapons they had are illegal.
Yeah, why would you have a missile launcher in a... maybe it's a flamethrower?
If those firearms are discovered, that could cause the facilities to be closed.
What's the other reason?
They are doing some questionable research. They wouldn't want the police anywhere near.
I see. Whew. I'm glad, though.
It seems you are safe this time.
Yay.
If Boss found out, she may have cut you in half herself.
What have you found so
I
far?
can't talk about it.
Why not?
It's top secret.
Top secret? But it could have something to do with my investigation.
I wouldn't know.
Hey, Iba, can we sink into her?
I wouldn't even try. There is no way you would get Boss's permission.
What? Fuck off. She's like... been... No, what are you talking about, Iba? No, like, bollocks. We've put people in that machine for like for considerably less reasonable reasons.
But I can tell you this. It's about Tokiko Shigure.
One girl, the last person we put in bonked their head and we put her in the machine. She wasn't even a suspect.
Tokiko Shigure? The president of NICE?
That's right. The president of Horodori Institute, Chikara, was a senior member of NICE.
There's somebody.
37 years ago, when Tokiko was 23, she became pregnant with his child.
What?
Chikara didn't want anything to do with it. He already had a wife and child. He demanded she get an abortion, but she refused. She gave birth to the child. At the time, she had no immediate family and no money. Chikara was terrified. He was worried that the child might grow up to resent him and threaten him with blackmail. So he came up with a plan to have them adopted to one of his friends. To persuade Tokiko, he promised her prestige and power at NICE, that she would one day be president. Through tears, Tokiko reluctantly accepted and let the child go. Tokiko lost her child, but she did become a powerful member of NICE. Ultimately, she became the president of the Japan branch.
Tree. Machine sled. Concrete bench. Light. Fountain. Pond. Wi-Fi. Oh God, I'd never get anywhere if I could scan everything. Wooden bench. John, it's your table. You know about your table. I'm scanning it anyway. I might learn things. Guidepost. This is your remote. You've owned this remote for 10 years. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know how long. This is a cup. Your cup of tea is almost cold. Thank you, HUD. HUD. That's what I call HUDs. I thought I'd try it out loud. Didn't work very well, don't I? What else, masked lady? You must be really strong.
You must be really strong. You seem pretty handy with a gun. So who are you?
Don't try to find out.
That would be like, 78% chance missed tea. Tea is cold.
How could I not? You're one of the most suspicious people I've ever seen. You're on the list of suspects.
That's a mistake. I'm not a suspect.
We'll see. That's for me to decide.
And one more thing. I'm not strong. I don't have a strong body.
Yeah, we've not seen her fight anything, Mizuki. Also, we know from the other path that she's not well. Why did you shoot at me?
I felt like it.
I mean, okay.
Who just feels like shooting at a high school girl?
I don't think the high school part is relevant.
I almost died.
No, that would be impossible. I shot you with rubber bullets. You didn't notice?
No, that would have left a bullet on the ground. We would have noticed that. We had a magical robot eye scan the entire field.
You mean...
I had no intention of killing you.
Then why did you shoot me?
Just trust me. I'm not your enemy.
Also, that can still hurt people. Whoever that child grew up to be could be linked to all this.
You're saying they could be terror? That's not possible.
Why not?
They've already passed.
Really?
It is a certainty.
Take off that mask and she can't.
Why?
I want to see your face.
I refuse.
You want me to trust you? Then show me your face.
Sorry, I don't have my makeup on right now.
Ugh.
And I have a big pimple on my nose as well. It's embarrassing.
I mean, sounds pretty reasonable, to be honest, Mizuki.
Then I'll just force you to take it off.
This ACAB.
Don't bother trying. This mask is secured in place by an extremely powerful special adhesive developed by NASA.
Okay, I spoke about this before, where it's just like, don't think you can name drop NASA in that capacity anymore.
If you tried, it would rip my skin off.
I think the last time you could do that was just like, yeah, it's a meal in pill form, just like NASA. Like it's not the 1980s anymore.
Or did you want to see my facial muscles? If that's the case, then I won't stop you.
I bet you would, but
Okay, I lied. I would stop you.
there you go.
So does that mean you're gonna wear that mask forever?
There are no limits to how pedantic I can be.
No. I'll take it off if I need to.
I understand rhetoric and how people speak.
The mask will come off if I apply the remover.
There are certain kinds of glue that require a special chemical to remove.
But if I can get you on a technicality, I shall.
The bond may also deteriorate naturally over time.
It's just like the cement that goes in my teeth. Also, too many people in this game stand like this. I know there's a name for it. Okay, Kazuna's just been sitting here. You've been off since lunch. What? Well, no, we came straight from that scene to that scene, but sure, whatever.
I have? I'm the same as ever.
That's it, yeah.
No, something's been off about you since lunch today. Does it have anything to do with why you were at Horadori Institute?
Yeah, they do it really aggressively in anime. Because in real life, that's, like, you're standing wrong. Why were you at Horadori Institute?
Horadori Institute is funded by my father. You are aware of that fact, correct?
Yeah.
I came to confirm something. I thought I could use my name to give me some authority.
What did you want to know? Not gonna tell me, huh?
What were you doing there, big sis?
I'm the police. I do investigations.
I'm looking for Shoma. I heard that he's been seen there a lot recently.
I've returned.
Shoma? Well, he is definitely not there.
Huh? How do you know?
He contacted me on Nile on the way here.
Okay, I know that's an anagram for line, but I don't know what that means. Like, because there's like Twitter is Twitter, and it's a text message, but I don't know why it's called that. Oh, Shoma.
Shoma is in the mountains of Nagano. He's gone camping, alone. That is what his Nile message said. He sent that message to myself, Mame, and you as well.
Oh, what? You're right. He's coming back on his motorbike today. Shoma is 18 now, old enough to ride a motorcycle.
You make it sound as though you're older, but you two are the same age.
Iba, can you check if he's really camping?
On it. He's not lying. He has been at the campgrounds the last few days. He was spotted on surveillance cameras in various locations.
Oh, I forgot. The last day is... Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I was watching somebody else play this game and people were like, yeah, it's line. And I was like, I don't know, is that a thing?
For the past few days, huh?
At the very least, that does provide him an alibi in the Jin Furroway case.
Yeah, so the very last day is Valentine's Day. I just remembered. That's how the first timeline ended, with Mizuki and Choma doing the passing on the chocolate, obligatory chocolate.
But even then, it is still the most likely possibility that his robot carried the body.
Do you think someone used Shoma's robot without his permission?
Anyone could do it. The Enda house has no security. Anyone could get in or out.
Just build your own robot. Like, a child built that one.
I guess we don't need to look for Shoma anymore.
What are you looking at?
To the fountain.
I looked at that. There was just like a couple of lines of text.
The park is one of my favorite places. I am certain that is why Leon brought me here so many times. For the past 6 years, whenever he saw that I looked bored, he would bring me here and try to make me laugh.
His tattoo says Danger Zone. How did I not notice that before?
He would trip into the fountain on purpose, sometimes even pretending to drown.
Yes, indeed.
Honestly, none of it was funny. But before I knew it, I fell in love with this park even more.
That's enough for now. I'm going to get going.
Fine, but don't get in my way again.
I won't get in your way. I'll only do what I need to do.
Yeah, okay. Oh, and one more thing. Earlier when you... Thanks for saving me.
You don't need to thank me for that.
Okay, we need the scene to end before she gets added.
And one more thing from me too. If you plan on continuing your investigation, there are 2 important things to consider. First, whatever happens, don't lose sight of yourself. Even if someone you trust betrays you. And the other thing, Ryuki. Be wary of him.
What?
See you around.
Okay, I'm going to be ending very soon. Basically, when the scene ends. Oh, when the day changes at the very least.
Jeez. Taking off right after dropping that bombshell?
She is right in that Ryuki isn't quite himself right now.
Wait, how does she even know about Ryuki?
Yeah, in the other timeline.
Unknown.
But what were you looking for at Horodori Institute?
It's no good. She's not...
Then we will have to ask her mind.
Right.
Oh. Oh no, we can use the wink sync.
The experiment was a success.
I made a new meal the other day, yesterday. The chicken, potato, and leek, just because my usual ingredients, and it worked. So this is what I was like. I was like, it worked. It was adequate. The meal it wasn't terrible. Basically the same thing.
What is this?
It seems Kizuna knows something about the dark side of Horodori Institute. Mizuki, we have no choice.
We can invade her brain space.
I'm sorry, but will you let me into your dream?
My dream?
Oh my god, did we ask... Did we ask someone permission? Yeah, like, he's only ever been known as an evil scientist in this game. We just were like, well, we'll just let the evil lab just keep running. It's probably hurting nobody. I mean, if you ignore the people it's actively hurting, it's probably hurting nobody. Right, these are pretty exciting, but I'm actually going to leave this till next time. It'll be a great place to start next time. So, as soon as the game lets me, I'm going to save and let you go.
I think I get the picture.
I told Boss about what happened in the Horridori Institute. What? Oh, I didn't, apparently. I must have misread that line. Nor have I told her about kicking the security guard. But...
Kizuna Chieda. She seems to know something about Chikara.
That's as much as I told her.
I think it's something to do with the HB case. So...
Okay then. Pewter? I'm ready to go.
Yeah, Pewter is the most, hey, did you know, John, how do words work? Pewter is the most, how am I trying to do this sentence? I do probably need to sleep. Pewter is the most obvious. The point I'm actually making is that Pewter, I said earlier that I think the character designer worked on the new Pokemon games, and I'm trying to say something along the lines of Pewter is the most, oh hey, did you know the characters who made Pokemon? Example, the obvious person in the game. But like, I can't structure that sentence in a way that I would really have liked to.
Mizuki, I'm sure you already know.
That's why everyone has pouches as well.
Yep, I'll be back before then.
Okay, let's get started.
I don't know, I just really wanted to preface it with he is the most, which it just screwed up the rest of the sentence. You mean the PC and all the Pokemons? Actually, it could have even been Pewter. He's called Pewter. Oh, she gets a different zoom in.
Sync Somnium power! Hourly wage, increase! I am the Eye Magician Girl, Aiba.
Feels like I'm watching anime.
Yes, I mean, I believe that's the reference they're making. I'm going to have a quick look at the flowchart. Yes, oh, the eyes get an anime girl form when they're inside. when they're inside of the dream space for anime reasons. We're not very far. Fucking hell, we've just done this. These games are so long. Okay. Yeah, so if we go into file, so the other robot girl is Tama, which looks like that. Even her eyeball form has to be anime for some reason. Okay, person's presence. Masked woman. Okay, how is her... you know what, doesn't have height. Fair enough. It's not giving anything away. Okay, one of these people is going to be Mama, presumably. Because why wouldn't Mama still be about? I'll read these later as well. Actually, no, I'll tell you what, I've read on this. It's a mysterious person who saved Mizuki. She says she's privately running an investigation on genome research that was being done at Horodori Institute. She says her mask is glued to her face using special super powerful glue. So, okay, Mama, I don't know the numbers. Shoma, Terra. Oh no, Terra's there. Mama, Shoma. I mean, it might all be the same people, because the only one Date is missing. But right. I have no theories. I still have no idea who's doing the murderings. But so you can see how they do the stories. It's like it's the people we scan. So we went into scientist's brain, we went into her brain, went into his brain, Mane's brain, Jomo's brain, and finally her brain. So we need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brains on this side as well. 7 if we include him, but I mean, but this is our first. Anyway, I don't know anything. I couldn't even begin to guess what's going on in this game. And with that, let us save our game. We're gonna see if there's anything that we can buy with our eyeballs. Thank you very much for watching. Apparently we got something new out of the Dream album. There's Tamara with a hat. I think this is during the Kusamon Go. This is... I guess this would have been another design that never made it, I'm guessing. Maybe. Any more? Nah, never mind, there's nothing else. Thank you very much for watching. Good morning, yes. Oh god. Luckily I have Monday off work as well, so... But, yeah, it's a little bit irresponsible of me. I should... As soon as I realised I'd been streaming for 5 hours, I should have probably just stopped then. But farewell, everyone. Thank you very much for watching my AI, the Somnium Files adventure. I'll see you next time. I need to make this writing smaller. Yeah, the only good, like, when I stay up late, there's usually people watching. It's kind of a shame. I need people in my own time zone.